Of 7 motorcyclists. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. That story is coming up. Also, the state of Maine has needed the rain over the last few days, but now that rain has created some bigger problems. We'll take a look. And after a 3-year hiatus, the Maine legislative bus tours are back. We'll tag along with politicians. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Conrad Supinski. Conrad?
Thank you so much. And our first weather today is brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. So today is a great start to the day. Not a lot of cloud cover, and we are precipitation free. That's the main thing. We are not going to be precipitation free for long. We're going to have some more clouds rolling in later on today, maybe a drizzle or two in some localized areas, but more chances of showers arrive Thursday night into Friday. This is going to be more scattered. It's not going to be an all-day event, but still definitely something to keep an eye on. The Muggy meter is also showing those dew points being a little bit on the higher end right now, still on the comfortable region, but they're going to continue to rise, and it's going to feel a little bit sticky by the afternoon hours on Thursday, but look, right in time by the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Muggy meter looks perfect. We're going to have dew points in the 50s and lower 60s, so it's going to feel pretty nice and comfortable. Allergies, though, I personally don't have allergies, but if you do, keep an eye out for the mold. Trees, grass, and weeds look pretty good. It's just that mold that's going to be a little bit more on the enhanced part. Temperatures today, though, are going to be around 74 degrees under some mostly cloudy skies, and later on today will continue to rise in temperatures into the mid-70s.
Thank you, Conrad. A jury in New Hampshire has acquitted a truck driver in the death of 7 motorcyclists. Vladimir Zukovsky had pleaded not guilty to numerous counts of neglect, homicide, and manslaughter from the 2019 collision in northern New Hampshire. He'd been in jail since the fatal crash. The victims were part of the Marines Motorcycle Club. Prosecutors allege Zukovsky had used drugs in the day of the crash and had been seen swerving on the road before crashing head-on into the motorcyclists. Ultimately, the judge dismissed 8 charges related to whether he was impaired at the time of the crash. During the trial, defense attorneys blamed the lead biker, saying he was drunk and swerved in front of the truck. The state of Maine has needed some rain, but it's taking a toll in some places. The Maine Department of Transportation has closed a section of Route 6 and 15 in Jackman after 2 days of heavy rain that led to a culvert failure. Officials say the upstream shoulder of half of the travel lane has been washed out. A detour has been set up that involves taking Route 201 to Bingham and Route 16 in Abbott. The total detour length is 143 miles. Once the water recedes, MDOT will assess the condition of the pipe and plan the next steps to restore traffic to that road. A failed culvert has also closed traffic from Pond Avenue to Forest Avenue in Ellsworth while crews work to replace it. Officials say they expect it will be closed for the next day or two. After a 3-year pause, the legislative farm bus tours are back. The first stop was the Crane Brothers Farm in Exeter. A.J. Douglas followed along as lawmakers toured the corn and potato farm.
Agriculture plays a really important role in our state and in our lives.
On Tuesday, the Agriculture Council of Maine hosted a bus tour of farms for state legislative candidates. Lawmakers took time to ask questions and learn what is required to keep farmers in business.
We touched on land preservation, the issues with PFAS, pressures from solar development, and a big one, soil health.
The farm bus tours have been on hold since 2019 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry Commissioner Amanda Beals says she's glad to be back.
This is a really valuable event for legislators and others who are really interested in what's going on in agriculture, want to hear from farmers about what kinds of issues they're facing and what's going well for them.
Crane says the most concerning issues for the farm would be regulations addressing support for advanced technology and access to high-demand staffing.
The future of drone spraying and spreading technology. For the past few years, we've enrolled in the H-2A labor program and have a number of seasonal employees from outside the U.S.
Farmers not listed on Tuesday's bus tour are encouraged to reach out to local representatives with the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry. In Exeter, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Old Town residents have expressed concerns after a historic bridge gained some hefty weight restrictions. Since July 25th, the Llewellyn G. Estes Memorial Bridge has weight restrictions of 30 tons or 60,000 pounds. The new guidelines will not affect most local delivery vehicles such as fire engines and school buses. However, loaded logging trucks and other construction vehicles will be affected. Director of Communications for the Maine Department of Transportation says a temporary bridge is being discussed with the town's construction community.
We're sorry that this is going to be an inconvenience for a time. But we're also working with Old Town, with contractors, with the university to try to make sure that this project gets done.
Merrill says construction for a new bridge should begin in 2024. A grand jury has decided not to indict the woman whose accusation in 1995 led to the lynching of Emmett Till. Caroline Bryant Donham claimed that Till made improper advances and whistled at her, which led to her then-husband and his brother-in-law to abduct, torture, and murder the 14-year-old black boy. The men were arrested and ultimately acquitted in Till's killing, but Donham was never charged. An unpublished memoir by Donham expressed surprise that her accusation led to Till's death. The jury's decision means Donham, now in her 80s, will most likely never be prosecuted. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Senator Collins was in East Millinocket yesterday. When we return, we'll take a look at the purpose for her visit.
Bruce Poliquin has always fought to protect Maine residents and businesses. That's why he spoke out against a Washington scheme to let the IRS spy on Maine bank accounts. Washington bureaucrats want to monitor our transactions, take more of our money, and ignore our privacy. But Bruce Poliquin is fighting back. Call Bruce and tell him to keep up the fight. He's standing up for Maine and keeping the government out of our bank accounts.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Senator Susan Collins was in East Millinocket yesterday visiting the Katahdin Higher Education Center. She attended a town meeting with Senator Director Deb Roundtree to discuss their project to provide access to child care for families across the region. The visit comes after Collins secured $4 million in the fiscal year appropriations package in March. Roundtree says the additional funds are beneficial for the community.
Many of the employers looking to come to the region have expressed interest in finding quality early childhood education services for the families that they're looking to hire and bring to the region. This is a critical opportunity to bring much needed growth as far as economic and community development here in the region.
Funding from the package is intended to renovate 2,000 square feet of space by constructing additional bathrooms, providing technological improvements, and supporting education and training resources at the center. Maine farmers have a new online tool to help them refine their business plans, apply for financing, and manage day-to-day operations. The University of Maine has launched the Maine Farmers Market Price Report. It provides updated price data by commodity, commercial, or organic. It also is searchable by region or statewide using an interactive map tool. Reports can be customized and downloaded. Now with Wednesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Average hourly earnings grew 5.2% in July. That's according to the Labor Department. Wage gains have topped 5% every month this year, and that, along with other business expenses, is being passed on to consumers, fueling a 40-year high in inflation. Microchip makers are facing slowdowns in demand, even as manufacturers prepare to spend billions on new factories. Long-term sales are expected to more than double by the end of the decade. Bank of America Institute reports median rent payments for B of A customers went up nearly 7.5% in July over last year. The increases were seen across all income groups, with middle-income and younger Americans getting the largest increases. And Tesla CEO Elon Musk sold $6.9 billion worth of shares in the company yesterday. Musk says the money could go toward buying Twitter if he loses his battle to pull out of the deal. I'm Leo Jonathan with Wednesday's Business on ABC 7.
Coming up, supply chain holdups aren't holding up a Bangor doctor who's taking things into his own hands. We'll explain when we return. We'll be right back.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos after a big truck put me in the hospital. I never paid Lowry & Associates a penny out of my pocket. They came to the hospital, got my medical bills paid, got me $350,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare with a zero or low plan premium. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. WellCare provides access to essential benefits that go beyond original Medicare, such as dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage with free home delivery. Plus, extra benefits like free over-the-counter healthcare items, free transportation, free gym membership, and home-delivered meals. Get more access to care with WellCare's telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a 24-hour nurse advice line. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be perfect for you. Call 1-844-471-0022 now. That's 1-844-471-0022.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Hometown Health Center introduced a new facility in Palmyra. Matthew Juroncic has this story.
On a gloomy Tuesday, members of Maine Primary Care Association, Harriman Architecture Company, and supporters came out to see the unveiling of Hometown Health's newest health center. For Hometown Health CEO Robin Winslow, this is something she's been advocating for.
I'm very excited. This is something I've wanted for over 10 years in bringing something to our community that we can all use.
Winslow says the new facility will be an important asset to the town of Palmyra. The building will feature a gym with treadmills, classrooms to hold informational sessions, and nutrition classes for those who rely on SNAP to help them eat healthier. It will also include a daycare and an opportunity to expand the medical assistance treatment program to combat the current opioid crisis. While designing the building, Peter Pinkerton and Christina Porter say they overcame many challenges.
Another hard part about doing things via Zoom is you're online a lot, Google Maps, seeing it via pictures.
It was just the normal isolation of not being in an environment where we're used to collaborating, we're used to being around people, and not having that every single day was a bit of a learning curve, and having to learn how to do it in a more virtual format.
Although Representative Jared Golden was not able to attend the ceremony in person, one of his aides was there on his behalf. Winslow emphasizes the new space is all-inclusive.
It's not just for patients at Hometown Health Center, but it's for the whole community. Brings everybody under one roof. Many times our patients just need somebody to talk to, and this would give them a nice common area to go and very safe.
Reporting from Palmyra, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Partners for Peace has started training to better serve the people of Piscataquis and Penobscot counties. Partners for Peace is an organization that helps those who have survived or are currently trying to escape domestic violence. The National Network to End Domestic Violence works with Partners for Peace to educate them about the intersection of domestic violence and HIV prevention. The groups are working together with the goal of helping those who find themselves within that intersection.
Folks who are experiencing domestic violence and also living with HIV can have some unique needs that may not be immediately apparent. And we're really excited to be getting together, to be doing this essential learning so that we around the state of Maine, we can support those survivors in the best possible way.
For more information about Partners for Peace, visit partnersforpeaceme.org. The FDA will be stretching monkeypox vaccine supply by pulling 5 doses out of a single vaccine vial without sacrificing safety or efficacy. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
As the monkeypox virus continues to spread across the country, federal health officials are doubling down on their fight against it.
Last week, I declared a public health emergency to address the monkeypox outbreak. Today, we take another important step.
With vaccine demand outweighing supply, the FDA announcing it will begin giving the vaccine in smaller, shallower injections under the skin, allowing up to 5 doses per vaccine vial, which could lead to a 5-fold increase in the U.S. vaccine supply.
The EUA also allows for use of the vaccine in individuals younger than 18 years of age, determined to be at high risk of monkeypox infection.
Nearly 9,000 Americans have been infected with the virus, including 20-year-old Camille Seaton.
I just want to let y'all know that I did not do anything sexual to contract this disease. This is spreading like it's here.
Nearly all the cases have been among men who have sex with men and their sexual networks, but doctors stress anyone can get the virus. It's primarily spread through skin-to-skin contact. After hearing Seaton's story, Darnell McAlpin decided to get the vaccine.
Seeing someone in Georgia have it on her face, I think just seeing the scarring and what monkeypox does to you really just made me even more willing to get the shot.
The CDC has released new guidance on how to help reduce the risk of contracting the virus, saying in part people should carefully consider the risk of attending social gatherings like raves and festivals, and if attending, they should wear clothing that helps reduce the risk of skin-to-skin contact. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Vaccines against COVID-19 have been critical in the fight against the disease, but for some, vaccines don't provide all the answers. With more, here's ABC's Ika Jachi.
Vaccines have helped the U.S. and the world mostly return to normal after the COVID-19 pandemic. Researchers say vaccines may not provide the same levels of protection for everyone. A study from the Cleveland Clinic shows just how big that difference can be. Researchers found vaccinated patients with cancer had a 24% higher risk of breakthrough infections than those without cancer. Hospitalization and death rates were between 7 and 14 times higher. The findings highlight the increased risks people with compromised immune systems face even after vaccination. But doctors say boosters make a big difference. The researchers stress the importance of the CDC's recommendation that vulnerable people receive an additional booster vaccine 4 months after their prior dose. With this Medical Minute, I'm Ika Jachi.
Despite supply chain issues, one doctor has found a way to get children the care they need. For months, the team at Northern Light Pediatrics had tried to acquire a method casting table, a tool used to treat infantile scoliosis. Without the table, many families would have either wait for the table to arrive or travel to Boston to receive the proper care. Dr. William Bassett decided the best course of action was to create his own table.
With early detection and early diagnosis, the sooner that you can catch this kind of seemingly complicated problem with a 20-degree curve or a 30-degree curve, the younger that the patient is, the earlier the diagnosis is made, and the earlier they undergo casting, the more likely it is that you can bring them to cure.
According to Dr. Bassett, Northern Light Pediatrics was able to avoid worsening conditions with the newly made table. When we return, Conrad Sapinski has your 5-day forecast.
Ace Roofing, proudly serving the Central Maine area. Book now before snowy weather. Call 207-949-6694 for superior quality, service, and workmanship. Ace Roofing.
Can you believe someone thought this would help you hear better? Genius. Now this is Eargo, made to be heard, not seen.
Shop our summer sale for up to $600 off.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
If you love the combo of toasty marshmallows, melted chocolate, and crispy graham crackers, then today's your lucky day. Yup, it's officially National S'mores Day, a day to celebrate all things s'mores, like we need an excuse to eat them. So today, I want to share an easy way to get everything we love about s'mores in the form of a pie. We start by combining some graham cracker crumbs along with a bit of sugar and melted butter. We set that aside and we mix together a package of instant chocolate pudding and some milk. Once this thickens up, we fold in some whipped topping, which makes it nice and creamy. This goes into a store-bought graham cracker pie crust. Then we sprinkle on the crunchy topping and finish it off with lots of mini marshmallows. And since a s'more isn't a s'more unless the marshmallows are toasted, we pop this under the broiler just long enough for them to get golden brown. After it cools, you have everything you love about an ooey gooey s'more in the form of a pie. So stop whatever you're doing and go over to our website so you can make our toasty s'mores pie as soon as tonight. And while you're there, check out our s'mores-inspired recipes. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found some more tasty ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
A VZ man has a brand new set of wheels thanks to his co-workers at Hannaford. Jody Hersey tells us the story.
19-year-old Michael Mooney pedals to the Hogan Road, Hannaford in Bangor each week, where he works part-time. Last month, when Mooney finished his shift, he went outside to hop on his bike and discovered it missing, even though he had used a bike lock.
I was just speechless in shock.
His co-workers were just as surprised.
Michael rides that bicycle to and from work. That's how he gets to work. And in this day and age, I mean, you got to give him kudos for that.
When Michael had called Bangor PD to report it, Bangor PD did their best to try to locate it, but were unsuccessful.
Mooney's boss and the other Hannaford employees decided to take matters into their own hands and started collecting donations amongst themselves in order to gift him a new one. They presented Mooney with that new bicycle last week.
As I say, I don't have any friends, I only have family, and Hannaford is now part of my family.
He's very deserving of it, and we're glad, all of us are very glad that we could do that to help him.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Now let's check your full midweek forecast with Conrad Sapinski. Conrad?
And your main weather today is brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. Locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. So today is an absolutely nice start to the day. Just a few passing clouds, but we are precipitation free at the moment. So I was driving down, my windows were rolled down. It is looking nice out there right now, but it is not going to be that nice nonstop. We're actually not going to be in the clear. It's too good to be true. We're going to get more chances of rain by Thursday night into Friday. It doesn't look like it's going to be a big low pressure system bringing some heavy rain. It's just going to be some scattered rain showers, something to keep an eye on, but nothing to really be concerned about. We are also in a little bit of a drought in the state, indicated in the colors right over here. The orange and then the darker orange actually shows more of a greater drought. So closer to the coast, places actually have a little bit more drought than they should be this time of year. So that rain incoming Thursday into Friday is actually going to really be on our positive end. It's going to help out those drought conditions. What's not going to help out are those dew points, as those dew points are going to be on the higher end by Thursday into Friday. So it's going to feel very uncomfortable by tomorrow. But then look what happens right in time by the weekend. It drops. So it's going to feel very comfortable once that rain starts to move out. Wind speeds, though, not much to talk about that right now, as we do have around a 5 mile per hour sustained wind around the region, 3 miles an hour in Bangor, and actually pretty calm by the coast, with Bar Harbor coming in with only a 3 mile per hour wind, and Rockland with a 6 mile per hour sustained wind. So it's not looking too bad right now. The winds, though, will be picking up. Right now they're calm. Later on today they're going to be calm. But then overnight Thursday, I would say Thursday evening into Friday morning, the winds are going to be a little bit on the breezy end. Not gusty, just a little bit of a breeze, maybe a 10 mile an hour wind. Today we're going to have some below average temperatures in the mid 70s with some mostly cloudy skies. And our extended forecast outlook does show more chances of showers arriving by Thursday. Then it moves out by the later part of the day on Friday, with temperatures really increasing and hovering near 80 degrees the rest of the week and once again into the weekend.
Thank you, Conrad. I will say it's been a little bit better for sleeping lately. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.